All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Carl Albert State College. I'm Mr. Puel, instructor for two classes, risk management and physical hazards control. So this is the general orientation. In other words, this applies for both classes. However you want to stick that. Anyhow, let's get to it. A couple things apply to all your classes with me. There's also a specific orientation, one for each class. What covers that class only? It's usually much shorter than this one. Be sure to watch them both. Don't call me about questions if you haven't watched both of them. Believe me, I'll know. I've had students call me about, something they didn't understand something like right there in there. Did you watch the video? No. Watch the orientations. You've enrolled at least one of these classes: physical hazard control, which is called PHC, risk management, RM. I am Mr. Puel, your instructor. You can find out more about me by watching my video, How I Became a Safety Professional, and my OSHA experience. This video covers many of the on-the-job accidents I have seen and my encounters with OSHA. It's available in all classes, so if you've viewed it once, you don't have to view it again, unless, of course, you enjoyed it so much. Be sure to view it at least once. There's a lot of good stuff in it. I don't have office hours at CASC, but I am readily available by phone, text at 918-839-6990, a number you're going to find all over the place, or email me at rwpuhl@carlalbert.edu. I could come to the Puddle campus to meet with you if need be, or we could meet somewhere off-site. So you're now an adult, and I commend you on your decision to pursue higher education. The path to success is simple, although not necessarily easy, and similar to what it takes to be successful at your job. Do the work. Students who do the work will most likely get a good grade. Do it on time, do it well. Don't think that because this is an online course, you can take it easy. If you do, you will fail. If you are not willing to commit the time and effort to each class you take, I suggest you rethink your path. Work refers, when I say it anyhow, to all assignments, tests, quizzes, exams, etc. Basically, everything you have to do to submit your grade. There's also, of course, reading and other things. So there's 4 types of work in my classes. A quiz, and that's a short answer type of test. In other words, it's going to ask you a question and you have to answer it. It's not. Test is the multiple choice type of test, A, B, C, D type of thing. Exam, I only use for midterm and final exams, and they're multiple choice, so they're tests basically. So exam and test, pretty much the same thing, but when it says exam, that's either a midterm or a final. Assignment is usually a report or a paper to submit. So all these together are simply referred to as work. The following graph shows grades earned versus percent of work completed. The Y or vertical axis, going up and down, shows the grade, and the X or horizontal axis shows the percent of work completed. This data is a composite of 3 online classes in the fall of 2022. It clearly shows that if you submit 63% of the assignments, you're probably going to fail. However, if you submit at least 84%, you're probably going to get at least a C or a D. Between those two numbers, I don't know, because nobody submitted anything between those two numbers. So this is a graph. Now let me explain it to you a little bit. Okay, this is the final grade up here. Now that is a linear graph, goes from 0 to 100, actually 110, because there's a little bit over 100 sometimes. This is the work completed. Now this is not linear, because you can see that a lot of people here, 100 around 1, that's 100%, 100%, 97% of the classes, and it falls off down here. So here's your 63%, and everybody did that failed. 84%, everybody did that at least passed. And the A line is this line right here. No, excuse me, this line right here, 90%. All right, you can see 90% are pretty close to it. Almost everybody that did at least 84%. Some of them did lower, got a lower grade. Some of them did a lot of them, but didn't do them very well, but they passed. So you have to complete the work. It's that simple, just like in life. The schedule is pretty simple. There are 16 weeks of instruction broken down into 16 modules. Sometimes each module is a chapter in the book, not always. It depends on the book, really. When we say a module is open, that means it is available to students. I'll let you figure out what closed means. Come think of it, in these 2 classes, the modules in physical hazards control have nothing to do with the book. And the modules in risk management start in like module 4 with the book. So we're going to make this a little simpler this semester. All modules for the entire course, now pay attention, this is important. except the midterm and the final, are available or open to students from day 1, January 17th, 2024. This means you can work as far ahead as you want to. You want to start on that day and go through all the classes of the week? Knock yourself out. It's okay. However, starting on January 28th, one module will close each week. But except for the first and last weeks, you'll have at least 2 weeks to complete the module. And actually, after you'll have a lot more than that because they're going to be open to the end of the semester. All the others. I mean, all the modules are open. So you'll have at least 2 weeks anyhow. All module closings take place at midnight on a Sunday. For example, Module 1 will open on January 17th, along with all the others. It will close on Sunday, January 28th at midnight. So it gives you 11 days. It's almost 2 weeks. Module 2 will close on Sunday, February 24th at midnight. This will continue through the semester, except at spring break. The closing date will be set back a week. And Module 16 will close after only 1 week, since that's the end of the semester. They don't like us to go beyond that. We hope this makes it clear as what to expect. See the spring 2004 semester calendar in Module 0. It shows the closing dates of each module. These dates are also shown in the module heading, so there's no excuse about not knowing when they close. And this gives those of you who want to work ahead the opportunity to do so. Do not wait until Sunday night to get started on a module that's soon to close. You will not do well. Don't think that you have plenty of time and can wait until you start. You will not do well. I can see it in the grading. It's very important that you schedule some time each week to apply to your education. You would have to do this if the class were face-to-face. You'd be forced to do it somewhat. It doesn't have to be to the last minute your schedule, but at least in general. In other words, don't let the course control your time. You control it within the parameters of the course. Each course has a course outline, which is available at all times in Module 0. It shows what is in each module and contains the same information as the instructor comments for each module. It's a good idea to download it and print it and use it to plan your work. Notice that in the course outline, some items are in red. That's the one that printed in Word. It's in Module 0. These are the work items that you must turn in. They're also numbered, very simply. The module number dot the work. So that's how we'll refer to them when we need to. So instead of saying, oh, that quiz about so-and-so, just say 3.2 or 4.1 or whatever it is. Makes it a lot simpler. Here, one I just pulled out of ergonomics. This is from this course outline. This is exactly the same as the instructor comments for that particular module. It happens to be anthropometry. Okay, let's read chapter 3 because we're on chapter 3 in the book. Chapter 3 video PowerPoint, and that video PowerPoint is exactly the same thing as we're doing here. There's a PowerPoint, and I'm talking at you over it. It's 11 minutes, 29 seconds. That's the video runtime. Now, here's a video Anthropometry and Work designed by Stack, and she's the one that wrote the book. 43 minutes, 50 seconds. So you're getting that right from the person that wrote the book. These are really good videos from her. Using anthropometric data, 14 minutes and 47 seconds. And then there's a comment I made. Disregard the assignment at the end of this video. So it's a nice video, but at the end, they give you an assignment and just disregard that. And then here you go in red, 3.1, chapter 3 quiz, 10 questions, 100 points. So there's your questions, 10 cube, 100 points, 100p. 3.2, test on chapters 2 and 3, 30 questions, 120 points. I think I've changed that from 4 points on the multiple choice. I may have changed that for this year, but anyhow, multiple choice questions are a lot easier. So you don't get 10 points on each one. You get 10 points on each of the quizzes because they're long answer, short answer type of quizzes. Then there's a video PowerPoint on Amazon citation in here. Citation 1, there's more than one we're going to talk about. And then there's an assignment on that citation for you to turn in. You're going to get 100 points on most assignments. So each work item will have some kind of numbers, letters in square brackets like this after them. And the code is pretty simple. Q is the number of questions. P is the number of points. Quizzes will have both. It's going to be so many questions, so many points. Assignments will have the points only. If something is a PDF file or some such, it may have a short description, such as PDF file, 2 pages. Videos will have the runtime shown. These are there to help you plan your time and let you know what's going on. Here's another look at things that we just explained. This is the same thing we just saw with all my notes out of it. You can see there's run times for the videos, questions and points for the quizzes and tests, and points for the assignment. Each module will usually contain at least one video PowerPoint, which is a PowerPoint presentation with me yakking to you about it, just like we're doing now. You need to view each one. Although it may not cover everything that may appear on tests or quizzes, it will cover much of it, and I just may emphasize things I think important enough to be on a test. Do not fall into the trap that because this course is online, it will be easy and you can just breathe through it, don't have to do anything. That won't work. When taking a test or a quiz, read the question. Can't tell you how many times I see this. Students lose points because they do one of two things. They give a perfectly good answer, just not to the question asked. Or more frequently, they don't answer it completely. For instance, the question might be, what is OSHA? What does it do? They'll answer, OSHA is an acronym for both Occupational Safety and Health Act and Occupational Safety and Health Administration, and stop. Well, the question asks you what it is and what does it do? So you stop and they lose grade points. So again, read the question and answer it completely. Blackboard. You're using Google Chrome as your browser. Blackboard doesn't like anything else. I learned this from personal experience. When I first started doing online classes, I bought this Dell computer I'm using right now. I figured I would use it for the school. I use it for everything now anyhow. But anyhow, I had stuff on both computers, and on because this was a new computer, I tried to use some other browser. I forget what it was. And I could see things on my old computer that I did, but I couldn't see them on my new computer. So I got rid of that browser, downloaded Google Chrome, everything was fine. So trust me on this, Blackboard likes Google Chrome. If you're seeing this PowerPoint, you're probably somewhat familiar with this part of Blackboard. Here's welcome students. That's where this video is, and the other with the specific orientation. And start working is where you need to go to get into the learning modules, where the classwork takes place. Blackboard grading is not accurate. It grades only the work that you have completed, so it does not include any zeros you may have until the instructor puts them in as zeros. Say we're into module 4 and you've done 3 assignments only, whatever they say, there's 6 assignments. You've done 3 of them and you get good. You got 100 points out of 100 for each. So you look at Blackboard and say, oh, this is cool. My grade's 100%. However, in this example, say you skip 3 assignments, and when these modules close, I go into skip assignments, I put a 0 in each one. So now your 3 assignments for 100 points each, 300 points over 3 assignments looks good. But now it's over 6 assignments. So without doing anything, your grade's going to get down to 50%. Because those 3 zeros will now be counted in your grade. So be careful. So your grade in Blackboard is only accurate up to the last module that has been closed and all 0 scores have been entered. Of course, your goal should be to do all the assignments and never get a 0. Then your grade in Blackboard will always be accurate. If you don't intend to do all the assignments, quizzes, etc., then why are you taking the class? There's a series of student resource videos which are very helpful, especially if this is your first year. And you can find them here, and I'm sure you can find them by going on the Carl Albert website. Communication. Pay attention to announcements and emails. Announcements are the way instructors communicate with all the students at once. Announcements will also be sent to your CASC email address. When an announcement is sent out, it is your responsibility to read it and act accordingly. Grading quizzes. Quizzes are all short answer type questions. Each question is worth 10 points. Short being a relative term here. More or less, it's not an essay, but it may be more than one sentence. I may ask for 9 things, and what are the 9 things enclosed here? And you have to, so short answer is what it's called though in Blackboard. Grading questions. As noted in quizzes, each question is worth 10 points. Points will be deducted if the answer given is not answering the question or questions asked, answering the question or questions completely, grammatically correct, and spelling correct. For quizzes, spelled correctly. For quizzes, you do not need complete sentence, but you do need complete answers. So you might, so make sure you don't have to use complete sentences in quizzes, but you do have to answer the question completely. It may take 5 sentences to do that. Remember, if you're in college now, and the work you turn in must be at least the college level of excellence. Take your time, read the question, answer it, double check to be sure you're answering the question that is asked, you're answering it completely, and your spelling and grammar are correct. Take those few seconds. Written assignments are assignments that are written. Duh. Grading written assignments. As noted, most written assignments are worth 100 points each. Points will be deducted if the answer given is not in accordance with the assignment and completely satisfying the requirements of the assignment. Written at a college level, in complete sentences, grammatically correct and spelled correctly. If you turned in a report to a vice president at your company that did not meet the above, it will not reflect well on you and probably negatively impact your career. Grading. On occasion, if you really nail it and go above and beyond, I will grade written assignments above 100 points and quiz answers above 100 points. I do this every module to somebody a couple of times maybe. And sometimes a written assignment, they just put it down perfectly and the paragraph's nicely done and explain it very well, and they'll get more than 100 points. Same with quiz answers. They'll go a little bit above the minimum requirements of it. You'll get extra points. No problem doing that. Glad to do it. See the grading rubrics in Module 0 for the grading details. If you're not willing to commit the time and effort needed to complete the courses you have chosen, perhaps you need to rethink your goals. Parting thoughts. Although the student is the one who has to do the work, the instructor is an important part of your education. Do not hesitate to call or contact me if you have a question or a problem. It's our job. Do not wait until it's too late. Again, do not hesitate to call or text me if you have a question or a problem. My phone number is on almost every email. I'm human. I make mistakes. If you see something you think is wrong, let me know. If you see a quiz question is not clear, for example, let me know. I'm not one of those instructors who brags about how tough my classes are and how few students pass. Read the book, view the videos, do the assignments, and do them to the best of your ability. You will probably pass this class. Far too often, students pull answers out of the air instead out of the book or online presentations. And I can tell when I'm grading. This is pretty clear. You just pull an answer. Maybe you see a word in there and you Google that word and you come up with something on that. Remember, the answers that you have to give are the answers that are for that class. So, for instance, risk management, you're going to find a lot of stuff about financial risk management. We're not talking about financial risk management. We're talking risk management in the workplace. So make sure that your answers are, if you're from the book or from the lectures, you'll be fine. I won't leave you with good luck, because luck has nothing to do with your success. Absolutely nothing. It's up to you. That's it. Good luck. Oh, I'd say good luck. Force a habit. Okay. Have a good time at your courses with Carl Albert. I'm Mr. Pule, instructor, and I am signing off.